Who will be the PBA King of the Lanes? Norm Duke currently wears the crown, but two of the tour's young guns are seeking the red-hot Anthony Simonson and former PBA Player of the Year, EJ Tackett. Those two are set to battle for the right to take down Norm. Who will reign supreme? The PBA King of the Lanes is next on FS1. Welcome back, bowling fans, to Bowlero Jupiter, Florida, for continuing coverage of the 2020 PBA King of the Lanes on FS1. The first of 6 shows is complete in a battle of legends. Walter A. Williams Jr. and Norm Duke. Well, as Normia took that one, and then he took down the king, Wes Malott. Tonight's show, we move from legends to young stars. 13-time titleist EJ Tackett takes on the young two-hander, the Texan Anthony Simonson, a 2-time major champ. The new king, after dethroning Wes Malott, is the legend Norm Duke. The Hall of Famer smiling, at least for now. He's got the crown. Welcome back, everyone, to Jupiter, Florida, and Bowlero. This is Dave Ryan, joined by Randy Peterson, my Hall of Fame broadcast partner, Kimberly Pressler, as well in a moment. RP, that was fun to watch a few moments ago here in Jupiter as Norm Duke runs the table against a couple of tremendous bowlers. Now he'll sit and wait as the new king of the lanes and watch these two great stars go head-to-head.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty nice to watch Norm do what he did. And, you know, I learned last year that nothing Norm Duke does surprises me. Remember when he went back-to-back on the dual oil patterns? But, you know, just a few minutes ago, we saw that he still has plenty in the tank. There's a strike that gave all of America some free bowling, which is always nice. But he averaged over 255 in his 2 games. So, Norm, he still knows how to play. Now, he's going to go up against the winner of match number 1 that features 2 of the most powerful players on this tour and 2 of the winningest players on this tour in Anthony Simonson and EJ Tackett. EJ Tackett has as many tour wins as I did throughout my entire career, and he's only 27. Anthony Simonson is the youngest player to ever win a major at age 19, and then he did it again at age 21. So I would say young guns is an understatement.
Tremendous stars, and what a first match this is going to be. We can't wait to watch those guys go head-to-head. But first, we need to hear from Norm Duke, the current king of the lanes, with Kimberly Preston.
I sure am, and Norm, you're looking good in that crown, but you know what? You can't get too comfortable because those 2 powerhouse guys behind you are gunning for that crown. So you get a little bit of downtime. You get to watch their match. Are you ready to keep that crown tonight?
Man, I'm ready. I'm bowling against kids that are younger than my son, and I love it. How could you not like this? Look at me, I'm wearing a crown. Wore the right color shirt, the whole deal.
It matches. It's like you knew you were going to walk away the king tonight. All right, well, it looks like we're going to get to some matches, guys.
Hey, Dave Ryan, there's the line on this Fox Bet. It's the Fox Bet Sports book, and it's all even. Odds are now live on Fox Bet and available in Colorado and Pennsylvania and are presented for entertainment purposes in all other states. Fox Bet odds. -110, -110. I'm not good at math, but that looks pretty even to me. Yeah, I talked about it in the stand-up. The youngest player to ever win a major. He won the Masters at age 19. And also the youngest to win 2 majors. He did that at age 22, winning the Players' Championship in Columbus, Ohio.
Contenders match about to begin. Now, what a matchup between Simonson and Tackett. Left lane, Simonson. You bet. Great start. Norm's in the Hall of Fame. These two are headed to the Hall of Fame, Randy, one day.
There's no question about it that as long as these guys stay healthy, they're both Hall of Fame bound. How about EJ Tackett's 2019 campaign? He made over $170,000, and he only won one time.
Barbasol PBA Tour Finals. Little shave and cream celebration. We call that one fun to watch. That was in Vegas about a year ago. Comes in high, baby split, and the 310 stands. This year, EJ could not defend his title, something he's never done in his career. Tour Finals won by Couture.
Weird.
Yeah, he was a bit out of sorts a couple of days ago and just didn't look quite comfortable. Great cover. And we saw Simonson do so many different things in that event, throwing a backup ball, then he throws it one-handed with his thumb in the weight hole of his bowling ball. By the way, for those folks out there that actually bowl in sanctioned leagues, weight holes will now be outlawed in, I think, in about 7 to 10 days. August 1st? I'm being told August 1st. So no more extra holes in a bowling ball.
Far player of the year. That's a little high, though. 3-6 up. EJ looking for some answers early in this match.
Yeah, he's
Got a bowl.
I think he's just going to keep moving deeper and deeper, farther to the left until he gets the ball to quiet down just a bit.
27 years old. Couple of majors, couple of pins down there. Also an outstanding scratch golfer. Great athlete. Norm watches from his throne. The new king of the lanes. Simonson, Little Elm, Texas, hometown, but he's moved to Vegas in the last couple of months, working hard on a brand new bowling center on the business side. For Simon, has been busy with that. 7 pin.
I think he just mumbled a little slower. Good news for EJ Tackett, though, that Simonson didn't double up there. Norm Duke, the reigning king, will take on the winner of this match.
Has his mark. Now, in the last broadcast here in FS1, we saw not 1, not 2, but 3 strikes with a golden pin in the head pin position. Thanks to Go Bowling, a free game of bowling for anyone nationwide. Norm had one of those. What do you have, 2?
I think he had 2.
That was fun. I just want to hear you say free bowling again.
Hey, you know what my motto is?
Which one?
Whoa. Free rhymes with me. I'll take 3.
2-10 trouble here for Simo.
Well, he's probably going to use a backup ball to shoot this. He's been practicing a lot with that technique. Watch for it. He's going to curve it from the left side of the lane, I do believe. Yep, sure
Here goes,
did.
backup ball. And he converts. It's off the sidewall and gets to the 10. What a shot for Anthony Simonson. Spectacular. The guaranteed rate. Spare of the game, Randy. Wow.
Well, I told you it was coming, and he's been working on it. Guaranteed rate, spare of the game right there, folks. Shot there by EJ Tackett. I could go to him real quick if you want. I'll go. No.
All even here. Tackett takes his time.
Venom shock for EJ Tackett. No, he comes in light after going high on that lane. It's not a good sign when a player goes high and then makes an adjustment and then goes light. That ball was pretty far to the right. So I think it was probably just a miss. There you go.
2-8 double wood does cover nicely. That's a spare he needs here against Simonson.
I get my talk back.
Dang it.
Arsenal for Simonson. You saw the breakdown. Max numbers, big score here possible. Whoa, way high and a lot left. 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. Tough conversion.
He's going to try to get his bowling ball over here into the right side of the 3-pin and then drive that 3 right over here into the 4-7.
No backup ball this time, and a chop pin and leaves. What will be the big 4? So just a 6-pin count. And
wow.
That's tough for Simonson. It's a game changer, down by 19 pins.
Crazy. 5-1. So it's like 2 open frames, Dave. He loses. He gets the open frame and he loses count. He goes from 193 pace to a 179 pace. It's almost like 2 open frames in the same frame.
Backup ball.
How about a backup ball for a strike?
That was amazing. This guy is a tremendous bowler.
Anthony, why the backup ball now, and are you going to stay with it on both lanes for the rest of the game?
I didn't think I've made 3 bad shots in a row. I don't know, to me this seemed like they're a little early, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with it on both lanes.
Thank you.
Tackett, top 19 now. This is the mark. Out of that 1-3 pocket, 3-6-10 up here for EJ. As the lanes transition, things are changing for these great bowlers. The strategy comes into play.
See that rev rate of 517. It's the highest we've seen tonight.
Is he having a footwork issue here?
No. And
open frame, misses the 10.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want it, you take it.
Really?
No, I don't want it, you take it. Chops the 3-6 off of the 10. And looking at the floor, he's looking at like, okay, why is my ball doing what it's doing, right? So it's where should I stand? What target should I look at? What should I do next? He goes high on the left lane, makes an adjustment, goes light, gets it too far right, gets it in, it goes high. He's just trying to figure him out.
And the king is observing and thinking strategy for his game when he comes up against the winner in the next match.
That's a ball change, and it's 9.
EJ searching. 2-pin stands for Tackett.
Must be hard.
Tried to go straighter, and it just never grabbed the lane. Right now, Norm Duke is thinking he's going to be served a feast fit for a king. Remember, Norm averaged over 255. Our guys right now are at 184 and 179. They need to figure something out quick.
The PBA on FS1 is brought to you by Go Bowling. For promotional offers, tips to improve your game, news, or to locate a bowling center near you. Log on to gobowling.com. And by Guaranteed Rate. Mortgage rates are historically low right now. With the incredibly low rates from Guaranteed Rate, you can save big money on your mortgage. Visit rate.com today. Five-pin match. Simonson steps up in the 6th. Works on a strike to take the lead. Backup ball, just like he said, and it crosses over. I call that the Bronx shot. Whew. It's the inside-out backup ball.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I understand. That one certainly crossed over. You got it way to the right, way right of target. That one had no chance. Hey,
takes care of business with a spare. But had a chance to take a lead. They're the max numbers.
All right, we got one good shot.
Norm Duke, what do you see out there? What's going on? You have your earpiece in, Norm?
Yeah, I do. You know, they're tightening up down lane. I know that. That's why I went straight on the right lane. I stayed where I was on the left lane. But I think they've gotten a little tighter, and the guys are struggling.
Thanks, Norm.
Back up ball, left lane. There you go.
And
10 back for Simon.
Sorry, Dave. And to Norm's point, that's an advantage for Norm because he can go much straighter, and he can really keep the ball on line. And with his real low rev rate, his ball may not see that same wet dryness, or that dryness to the right and that slickness to the left that EJ and Simonson are seeing. Look at that. I mean, he cannot believe that ball didn't go right of the head pin.
So crossing over, that's the traditional Brooklyn strike for EJ Tackett. We saw it finish behind Anthony Simonson, runner-up to Jason Belmonte at the World Championship. Recently completed PBA Tour Finals, the first PBA Tour title awarded since the World Championship we called with Norm in Vegas, won by Belmo. Belmo is not here. Still not safe to travel from Australia for Jason Belmonte, but he's probably streaming despite the time change.
How
Trouble.
are they that different?
Again for Tackett, 2-10 split.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he made a ball change, and it didn't work. EJ is in big trouble, has no idea what his ball is going to do when it leaves his hand.
That's got to be a really tough feeling.
Beauty.
Cross lane,
Great shot.
off the sidewall to the 10 pin, and it's a tremendous 2-10 split conversion. Here's Simonson, down 5 to take the lead, 8th frame.
A little better.
No strikes on this lane yet. Backup ball, yes! Takes care
Crazy.
of business, and he's got a lead, Randy.
Crazy.
There's the golden head pin. Chance for a free game. Any bowler striking where the golden pin appears in the head pin spot. Everyone in America gets a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. This might get loud. I can't wait for Randy's reaction if he does it. Simo! Yeah!
More free bowling!
I don't mind giving away some free bowling. I got enough of it growing up.
Hey, Simo, you know how many friends you just made? Simo, you know how many friends you just made?
Hopefully a lot.
You have no idea, young man.
All the fans watching. Any player bowling strike with a gold head pin. Everyone in America receives that free game of bowling by going to GoBowling.com and registering for a Go Bowling Free America coupon. Tackett responds. It's been a tough night for EJ. 15-pin deficit.
If EJ strikes out in the 10th frame, he'll force Anthony Simonson to get the first strike in the 10th. Anything less, Simonson's going to bowl Norm Duke for the throne.
Tackett has struggled on the left lane until now. Good shot.
I believe that's his first strike on the left lane.
First strike on the left after Simonson has struggled on the right lane, and then used the backup ball to get his first strike on that lane. Only a 5-pin match as Norm watches as the current king of the lanes. So tonight in total, we've given away 4 free games of bowling to the entire nation. That's pretty awesome.
That's a lot of free games, Dave.
Amazing. EJ Tackett. Tap in.
Dang it. Good shot, too. Simonson now will just need a mark and good count in the 10th frame.
Extreme disappointment for the star from Indiana, EJ Tackett.
Just took him too long to find something. Now, we've seen anything can happen with Simonson and the backup ball. I mean, who knows?
EJ did convert the spare, by the way, a moment ago.
Yeah.
Simonson stepping up, chance to wrap it up.
Yeah. How impressive is that?
Whew, that was an adventure, to say the least.
How about a back?
Anthony Simonson is going to advance here, Randy.
How about a backup ball at almost 20 miles an hour?
Oh,
With this type of accuracy.
the guy's amazing.
I don't know how you do this. Norm Duke, I know you're watching him do this, and right now he's plotting his course. Norm, what's your take on this two-handed backup ball stuff?
I tell you what, he never ceases to
Norm, you
amaze
like
me. I saw it coming a long time ago. I thought my perfect bowler was a two-hander that could go both ways, and he's the first one that actually does it with. I mean, he's devastating like that. So, hey, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
I'm not worried about it.
So what do you have to do to beat this guy besides throw more strikes?
That's it. That's it.
You don't have a game? Do you have a game plan?
Maybe yell in his swing or something. Hey, Zymo! What? See, it worked.
Well, the match is in
I'm gonna
hand,
go
so we
work,
know
Randy.
Norm just kind of kid around here. As the King will get ready to compete coming up, because Simonson has knocked off Tackett. An impressive win for Simonson, both with the two-handed regular delivery and the backup ball as well. Kimberly Pressler is getting ready. We're going to watch Simon one more time. Randy, that was impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Norm said it best. You saw it coming. Johnny Petraglia told me about 6 or 7 years ago that one of the two-handers were going to be able to throw backup balls and be unbeatable.
Simonson advances. Back to Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, Dave. Well, it's actually time for Do You Know the Pros, sponsored by Go Bowling. So do you know which pro's mom actually broke his collarbone when he was just 14 years old? Was it Tommy Jones, Anthony Simonson, Wes Malott, or EJ Tackett? So you guys have got a couple minutes to think about it, and we'll give you that answer when we get back from the break. Welcome back to the PBA King of the Lanes, and let's get the answer for tonight's question for Do You Know the Pros, presented by Go Bowling. The pros whose mother broke his collarbone when he was just 14 years old was Tommy Jones. Here's Tommy with that story.
Yeah, it was sixth grade, and met some friends at sixth grade, and they lived about 2 blocks over, and that was still the kind of age where it was a little iffy to go and ride your bike 2 blocks to people you didn't know's house and play some basketball. So Mom said she'd go outside and play basketball with me, and she did. And we were running after the ball, and she thought she was going to be cute and kind of give me a little shove to make me go past the basketball, and my feet got tangled, and Mom fell on me and broke my collarbone, and I pretty much just hold that over her head for the rest of my life.
All right, Tommy, we're glad you're okay, but, well, that's an unbelievable story for Tommy Jones.
Isn't that illegal in some states?
He's good now, one of the all-time greats, PBA Tour history. King of the Lanes continuing tonight on FS1. The current king is Norm Duke. He wears the crown for now. Simonson wants to knock him off. The on-lane graphics you see on tonight's show, including the ball tracer, are courtesy of Clutch Bowling. Looking good.
Love me some clutch bowling. Man, the graphics are just amazing.
There's the scepter, there's the crown, and there's the king. Some warm-up shots here before he takes on Simonson. Randy, this is going to be an awesome match.
It's going to be a very interesting match, and we saw what Norm Duke did on our last show when he took down his opponent, Walter Ray Williams Jr., and then Wes Malott, the reigning king. But, you know, like I said, he averaged over 255, and he proved that you can go a little bit straighter on this pattern and knock him down. So during the commercial break, Anthony Simonson walked over to the booth and said, I'm going back to the right-handed side of the lane, and I'm going to go straight like Norm Duke.
Do you agree with that strategy?
I don't know. I don't know, because I haven't seen anybody do that yet on tonight's pattern or on tonight's TV pair. The guys that we've just watched, all they do was curve it sideways, and then another guy, and then Simonson went to the backup ball.
Underway. Golden pin in the 2-pin spot.
Jesus, did you just forget how to bowl between Sunday and Monday? Oh, pretty good.
6-pin count with the regular two-handed style going to the 1-3 pocket.
Really good.
So the tough part about the 3, 6, 9, 10 is this guy right here, that back pin, the 9-pin. You got to make sure that you drive the 3 into the 9, just like Simonson did there.
With
and
a
he made it
backup
perfect.
ball.
Yeah, with a backup ball.
This guy's a tremendous talent. All right, let's see how Norm responds. 56 years old. He's been on tour a lot longer than Simonson's been on this earth. 40-time PBA Tour titleist and Brooklyn Strife. This week, Fox Saturday Baseball is back. The Cubs clash with the Brewers at 1. The Dodgers battle the Giants at 4, and the Yankees face the World Series champion Nationals at 7. Celebrate the return of baseball with a special tripleheader Saturday only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
You know, what's interesting is Anthony Simonson watched the King of the Lanes back in 2009 when Wes Malott did what he did, and Simonson was only 12. Here's Norm Duke at age 56, bowling against Norm Duke.
Avoids the double wood 2-8, just has the 2. Norm third all time behind Walter Ray Williams Jr. Beat him already in Jupiter at the King of the Lanes, and the late great Earl Anthony second with 43 titles. Two-pin, no worries.
Need more water.
First became the youngest ever to win a major on tour at 19, then at 22 years old became the youngest to win 2 major championships. Simonson, 4 pins, still up, pretty good shot.
Kind of liking the backup ball more now. And the last 2 shots didn't really convince me that this was going to be better than what he had throwing it on the left side of the lane. And Norm Duke's first 2 shots didn't look great either. Duke goes Brooklyn, then light. Simonson, I mean, that was a little bit closer, but first shot was high on the left lane, and then he leaves a 4-pin there. So here's the telling shot, because he's going to make an adjustment off of the 3, 6, 9, 10, and if it goes light, he might go back to the backup ball.
Here at the same bowling center, Bowlero and Jupiter, runner-up to Kyle Troup, PBA Tour Finals in 2020. 2 major runner-ups as well behind Belmo, U.S. Open, World Championship. Look out.
What did I just say?
2-10 again.
Wow.
3, 6, 9, 10, and then he comes back with a 2-10. He might go to the backup ball.
Backup ball, can he do it again? Not this time, open frame and a big opening on the bench for Norm Duke. Look at that, 14-pin lead with Simo's open.
Remember, folks, we did re-oil between shows. So it's not like they're bowling on what, Norm beat Wes Malott on. They re-oiled, and this is the result. Holy cow, that was pretty straight there.
COVID-19 is limiting access to sports and play for millions of kids nationwide. That's why Fox Sports is teaming up with Good Sports to restore play and bring sports back to children in need through donations of brand new sports equipment. Learn how you can help keep kids in the game. Visit goodsports.org. Max numbers, there you see it. Chance for a big score for Norm. Fourth frame, we go up by 24 pins. Left lane, yeah. All 10 in the pit.
So now Norm Duke has taken his hand out of it. He's going with a frozen rope, that dead shot that he likes to pipe real straight up the lane. And he's doing it on both lanes in just about the same spot. Just in between second and third arrow. The one thing Simonson can't do is reduce his rev rate like Norm Duke can. I mean, Norm could get it to where you can count how many times it's rotating.
Well, we'll go with the only thing I threw more than 2 strikes with.
A memorable win for Belmonte with his family in attendance from Australia.
There's the backup ball.
Backup ball, right back to it. And knocks all 10 back in the pit. The 1-2 pocket for the righty with a backup ball.
Well, just like I figured when he made the move on the left lane and went light after going high, and you come back scratching your head, I had a feeling he'd go back to the backup ball. We need something to get us going here. We need some more free bowling.
Got to get that gold pin to head pin position, because you're getting text messages, DMs from people all over the nation about these free games, courtesy of Go Bowling. Six pin. No crowd in attendance here tonight. Safety first on the PBA tour. And all of us at FS1.
Hey, Simon, what's going on with that pair? I mean, they look brutal.
I think me and EJ showed why when league bowlers get upset that their teammates start at 20 or 25. We just didn't really develop anything to the right side of the lane, so the fronts are kind of gross and there's no help down the lane.
Basically what they're saying is that the way they broke the lanes down in practice in their first game is why the lanes are as bad as they are. Think about how high the scores were with Duke and Walter Ray, because Duke and Walter Ray broke the lanes down differently. They played in a different spot on the lane. They stayed farther right, and they really wore a nice track right where you want it, and then just migrated left off of that. Whereas EJ and Simonson started too far towards the center part of the lane. They beat the middle part of the lane up. The outside part of the lane became slick, and the end result is what you see.
King Norm Duke has a 10 pin after ringing 10 on a really good first shot. He wanted that one.
Hey, you know what? I got something for you when we go to break.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
7th best all time on that vote. You're on the list too, Randy. It's awesome.
Which one?
Top 50.
Oh, yeah, I
All
made
time.
that list. That was fun.
Pretty cool.
How many free games of bowling do we have?
4 so far.
Okay.
Norm Duke, a really high shot. Could have been a lot worse.
Could have been.
And the 6-10 still up for Norm.
You can see right here, folks, that red line is inside the last shot that he threw on that lane, and a good 2 boards to the left right there. He knew it when he let go of it.
Simonson talked about it. Lanes are breaking down. Adjustments have to be made here. New strategy for these great bowlers. And we'll see who survives today.
So, 4 free games?
Yes.
When we come back, I got a buddy who owns a bowling center that says anybody who wants to come in with their 4 free games, Tell him to tell him to come see me. He'll take good care of him.
Welcome back, Bowlero Jupiter, Florida. PBA King of the Lanes rolling on. Live coverage here on FS1. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson and Kimberly Pressler as well.
Simon switching to urethane now. He's going to try to go as straight as possible.
6 frames down, 21 works on a spare. Yes.
Basically what he's trying to do by going to that piece of equipment is replicate what Norm Duke is doing. Hey, you know, when we went to the break, I got a buddy, he's got a bowling center up in Bangor, Maine. His name is Len Cole. Go see him. Go redeem some free bowling, folks.
4 games, maybe more, coming up tonight. A total of 6 shows. We could have a lot of free games over the next 3 nights here in Jupiter, Florida. King or queen of the lanes? When all the dust settles, only one king or queen will remain.
Get lucky.
Simonson wanted it to be lucky, ringing 10-pin.
I knew I should have moved on this lane too. You literally bowled on this pair more than anybody. You know what that lane does in comparison to that lane.
Nice shot here, and that just mirrored the shot that Norm Duke threw on that left lane, and boy, he liked it, and that ring in 10 was kind of unfair.
Hit the pocket 2 times in a row, so that's a bonus.
Those are great shots right there, man.
Things looking very good for Norm Duke here. 21-pin lead. 2 titles last year. We talked about the quad injury that sidelined him basically for this entire 2020 season before the coronavirus took over. 7-pin stands there. Well, Norm, as he told us this week, working out hard. Ready for this event. Missed the competition. And he's showing up tonight, to be sure.
Let's have a commercial. Come on out.
Just amazing. You know, Tom Doherty sent me a text saying it's just amazing how different the lanes play when we watched what Norm and Walter Ray did and how they basically broke the pair down. You break the oil pattern down a certain way so that you create more room to the pocket, or you can destroy them by playing the wrong part of the lane. And you heard Simonson say it when I asked him. He said, yeah, well, you know, we started too far left, and that's what ends up happening. And it happens a lot at regular tour events.
8th frame for King Duke, but look out.
So he went washout, and you can see that the red line is definitely farther right. And look at the break point numbers right there. And the way he's throwing it out of his hand, that ball had no chance to hook.
2, 4, 10, washout. Tough conversion here for Normie.
Get it here, cut it into the 10.
Big challenge on the spare. He needs it. Gets it.
Great shot, Norm.
What a spare conversion on the washout from Norm Duke. He wants to remain the king, the Duke of bowling.
Well, just like I drew it up, Norm Duke slides the head pin into the 10 pin and maintains a 16-pin lead.
Come on, man.
4-pin for Simonson. Takes the earpiece out, a little frustrated. Not been his match to be sure after knocking off Tackett.
No, he's not mad at me. That's not why he ripped it out of his ear.
Nothing to do with you, Randy, don't worry. Single pin spare conversion has his mark. Head to PBA.com to sign up for PBA emails. Receive up-to-date announcements, tour dates, and schedules from the PBA. Sign up today on PBA.com. emails will notify you about the King of the Lanes and how Norm Duke is hoping to keep the throne. Didn't like it at all, but look at that.
All right.
Yeah, and that just makes zero sense because he hated it. And you could hear him say that's the worst one yet.
It was a great shot,
and it's high flush and 10 back. Watch his reaction immediately. And it's almost like, yeah, that figures. I threw what I thought was an errant shot that hooks up and goes high flush. All right, max score for Simonson 205. Right now, Norm Duke is at 202. That's trouble. That's a huge break.
Really high shot. Could have been the big four. Could have been a lot of work to do for Norm in just a 6-pin.
Right now, Norm Duke's struggling with accuracy.
Come on.
I think that's the residue of the shot before when he went right of target and left the washout. It's such a huge tendency for players to just overcompensate after a bad shot.
More great action coming away tomorrow, 7 Eastern, different start time to begin our King of the Lanes broadcast. 2 shows tomorrow night as well, back-to-back. O'Neill Rash, the contenders match, to take on the winner of this one, which, if things hold up, will be Norm Duke. He's trying to put this one away.
What? Yeah, no doubt.
2 strikes and 6, and Norm Duke will remain your leader.
And your king, sir.
The leader of your kingdom. Yes. Put a piece
Possibly the first one here. No.
Simonson still has
That's a lot of 9.
life. Norm Duke now with a spare and a strike will shoot 200 on the nose. Simonson can still shoot 205. All coming down to the 10th frame to see if the Duke retains his throne or if he's dethroned by Simonson.
Throne empty for now. Here's the crown. One of these 2 great bowlers will be sitting in the throne and wear the royal robes. Crown and scepter soon. Who's going to be ready?
I don't know. I mean, Simonson has a pretty decent look now with the urethane, but I mean, Simonson kind of looks like a guy who could be the king of like a woodland group. You know, Simonson needs a double, and I think, let's see, a double in 5.
I just play the piano.
Needs a double in 8.
Goes down the middle on his last ball. 198 for Norm Duke. So here comes Anthony Simonson.
2 and 4. Not great at math tonight.
Simonson needs it. Simonson doesn't get it. 4-pin wiggles and stands. And Norm Duke is going to win this one and remain king of the lanes.
Go figure. I mean, 2 of the most powerful players on the PBA Tour can't take down that guy.
I'm glad you thought that was good. Because I did not think that was very good.
Really?
I should practice, Norm. I ain't bold. Probably what I should go home and do. Probably practice a little bit.
56-year-old Norm Duke, 38th year on tour.
All right, Norman.
40 titles and 7 majors.
Thank you, my man.
The air elbow, safety first here. Norm's gonna hustle over to the throne. He retains the crown as the king of the lanes.
Out there in TV land, I get to come back.
Way to go, Norm Duke. The Duke of Bowling is also the king of the lanes tonight here in Jupiter, Florida.